Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Kyle Wright 425 podcast. I am your host, Kyle Wright, and as always, I am joined by my older brother, Eric, and tonight we are going to be doing a special episode of Would You Rather. Now, we all know what it's like to be, a kid. You're sitting around the campfire, you're sitting at a sleepover or something like that, and then, you get deep into the things you would do, you wouldn't do. It can sometimes open up more discussions and, do that. So this is essentially what this is going to be, except we got mics in front of our faces and we're going to post it online.
Yeah, and sorry, I was veering off. The dude's shredding on the fucking guitar right now.
Yes, so this is actually something I want to start, and Eric doesn't know this, my final idea for this, but I want to have music videos or just, even like content just on YouTube going on in the background. We'll mute it, that way we don't get any copyrights, but this is just going to be a fun thing where somebody can look at it and go, dude, what was that at like 14 minutes and 25 seconds? So
we should do every other podcast. It should be a channel you pick, then a channel I pick. Like, what I mean? Clearly they will be totally different videos.
Yeah, this is just something I'm thinking of. So, but if you're listening on Spotify and if you want to see what we're watching in the background, jump over to YouTube. Go to YouTube and check that out. Which, by the way, plug time. If you have not followed us on Spotify, make sure you do so. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube and if you're liking what you're seeing or what you're seeing and how we do things and our antics, if you want to see more and you never want to miss an episode every Friday at 11, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you get the email whenever we upload something new. As well, if you want to support the show, you can also support us on Patreon and also Anchor. The links are in the description below if that's something that interests you, or if you just want to support us by just watching us and just liking and subscribing, that's perfectly fine too. On both.
Listen to us, then re-watch us and listen to us.
That's right. We are special enough.
The same one twice.
Yes, for 2 times in a row. One for
looking at you, viewies.
Yes, and the hearies that are listening to this.
The that are listening, I was looking at the viewies.
We're getting way too confident.
Okay. All right.
So I think we deserve a round of applause.
Actually, more so you, because you always nail that fucking intro.
I should do is if I nail it, like every time I nail it, just hit it, bam.
That's what you should do. We should get Emerald's bam.
Yeah, if I can get the chord to work for this, we'll have so many weird sound effects.
I'll buy it. It's probably like $8. I don't care.
Yeah, it'll be great. So two-sided USB-C. Remember that. Write that down.
I can get that. Here's my question.
Okay.
I know you probably don't know much about it yet. This better be adult, would you rather? Because,
yes.
I don't know. To me, I haven't done it a lot, but as an adult, I've
actually bring your mic up just a little bit.
That's what I'm actually trying to do.
That's perfect right there.
As an adult, I used to play, not used to play, but I would play every once in a while, Truth or Dare.
Ah, yes.
That's
It's a dangerous game to play, especially with the certain people around,
It is. And the problem is, too, is that I've done it with both, not only playing with somebody that I was dating, but also with just a group of friends.
Yeah. That's when things get a little different.
They both get weird as shit, but in weirder, different ways. So anyway, this, I don't know. This could be something completely different, but yeah.
So, we did put something out on Instagram, which, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, which essentially it's going to turn into just, everything Kyle Wright 425, no matter what goes on with the channel of whether it's TikTok or, whatever else is going on. Everything kind of originates around Instagram. It's that's kind of the place you can go. So I went ahead and put out a video today on Instagram, TikTok, and also on my Facebook talking about just hey, if you got some good would you rathers, go ahead and send them our way. So before we get into the online would you rathers, before we get into those, first I want to go ahead and look up what the fans are saying and get their would you rathers in. We're going to make sure we reference their screen names. That way they get a shout out if someone wants to go follow them on Instagram or TikTok. I'll make sure I specify which everyone's from.
So quick question. If something were to happen on right now and we miss it, all we have to do is we can even say I don't know, it's up to you. Again, this is your channel, but say somebody really wanted to hear a Would You Rather, but we missed it while we were on here.
Yeah.
Would it be one of those, like maybe on the next episode, you could be like, okay, this last one. I've seen people do that. Mm-hmm. I've actually had other people say, oh man, that would have been cool if you would have, or something like that, you know, in reference to where, I don't know, sometimes that pisses off viewers. And I would like to say real quick, not going to name names. Just remember, guys, this is my brother's channel. He can post whatever he wants. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. That was, what's actually real quick before we do this, what's really funny is that, so my buddy, Brent TV on here, he posts, sketches, on every week.
Guys.
He's hilarious.
I have sorry, Brent, I haven't kept up too much, but guys, seriously, go to his channel. It's incredible.
Yeah,
like, it's awesome.
He creates quality content that you think that like a 100,000 like subscriber one person would make.
It's a shame that he's not.
No, he's got so much talent. It's crazy. The squirrel video is probably one of my favorite ones he's done, where like he's interviewing squirrels as Gregory Benson, I think that's his name, as the his other alias. So I mean, it's just he plays all of his characters. He clones himself for videos if he doesn't have people. It's wonderful. But so essentially, he actually was talking the other day when he went out with Exploring with Angelo, which is another YouTube channel that he goes and investigates, like, you know, historic sites or like, you know, haunted stuff. And I actually missed my chance to be able to go to a haunted site with them and record. We were all going to do like our own perspective of the ghost hunt, if you will, on all three of our channels. And it was going to be a big collaboration thing. But just due to COVID and just everything, I was unable to.
Yeah, you just weren't able to. No, I get it.
Also, I didn't have a car that was reliable at that point. There was a lot of things.
I do remember that.
Now, let me just ask your opinion of what you think about this. Is that say that you went with us and we're inside of what's called, I think it's the Green Man Tunnel. It's where they were at. It's this guy it's the entity is known as the Green Man. That's supposedly there. I hope I'm remembering all this correctly because I heard it once, but. Essentially, what it came down to was that they were doing EVPs, and Brent asked him like some silly questions, like something to the effect of like something dealing with like food, or like, hey, do you like the show Friends, or do you like Queen, like whatever? And somebody ripped him apart. Like multiple people ripped him apart for being disrespectful to the spirits. And what was the reason I'm bringing that up is that I'm very familiar with the comment you're referring to, and with everything that's with that, which I don't have any problem with saying that. I'm not going to say who it was, but it's one of those things where it's like, I get that there is a sector of people that take their ghost hunting very, very seriously, that they want strictly paranormal stuff. That's what my channel started with. I get that. I have been messaged, I have been commented on my videos about how Bob the Demon is completely disrespectful to everything that goes on with ghost hunting, that I'm a fraud, I'm a hack, like this and that. Which is funny because when I respond to them, it's like, hey, like, you understand this is all fictitious, right? Like, I confirmed this about 2 years ago. Like, openly told it's one of my best performing videos on my channel. Like, this is like me talking about Bob the Demon is fake.
But you have to say that too.
Yeah. Like, so it's just with that being said, it's just like, if I understand content changes over time, everything evolves, everything changes.
Right.
What's funny is that people are not happy that strictly the podcasts are on here now. Not everybody, but there's been some people here and there where they're like, dude, he just does a podcast with his brother now. Like, he's not even doing Bob the Demon. And what's funny is that I already talked about that in a video, that when I said, hey, I'm not doing Bob the Demon for a while because I can't.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to do that. I'm like, I have like 2 or 3 seasons planned that I know exactly what I want to do. Like, now that I've had time to think about it.
Yeah.
Right. So with that being said, if you're listening this far into the podcast, or if you're somebody that's been disappointed with the channel and somehow you've made it to, wherever we're at in the timestamp, I mean, this says 12 minutes, but I'm sure it's a little less. But Scary Stories are starting up again. Those are going to be uploaded every Monday now. There are 6 lined up. This is still
calm down.
Yeah, this is still going to
calm down.
This is going to still be a paranormal-esque channel.
And that's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to bring this up, is the fact that clearly I see the comments and stuff too, and again, it's not my channel, so I'm not going to respond. Mm-hmm. But it is irritating in the fact of, like I said, if you wanted to do dad jokes all day. That's what you can do. It's your channel. Yep. So the fact that you have multiple things that you do on your channel, I think is actually refreshing.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't, when we talked about our favorite YouTubers the other night, but sometimes like that's the thing is like, No Life Shaq, like it's strictly just reactions. It's not anything else. Like, he's funny. I would like to see other things from him.
I actually was quite surprised the one time. It was when we're not going to get into it, but when the whole BLM thing started, and he actually made a video talking about it where he stood on it. That was very, very different for his channel.
Yeah.
At least from what I'm experienced with this channel.
I mean, people can do stuff like that, but what I mean is the fact that you have multiple things that appeal to multiple people, like different genres, because like I said, you have your scary stories, then you have your podcast, then you had your Bob the Demon, then you had even like your little rants and stuff like for movies and video games and stuff. So people clearly knew that this was not just this on this channel, like it wasn't just scary stories. So anyways, I digress in the fact of that, but I just wanted to say, as far as like, say we got into something, somebody wanted to ask it and we didn't get to it, maybe we could put it on the next one, things like that. So I just didn't know if you wanted to take it that route, or if like, nope, this topic was over, it's the next topic. So
no, I'm a big fan of that, and a lot of the inspiration of that comes from I'm not getting into like his allegations or the Me Too thing, whatever with it, but a lot like Tobuscus, the way that he used to do his videos, like he would reference stuff that fans have said before or have asked or whatever, and he would catch up on things. And he's not the only YouTuber that does that. There's like Ray William Johnson, like he would end a video every week with the question of the week from fans, which would be
that's what I mean. So
he would look at the camera and it would be something similar to like, so guys, what's in your spaghetti? Like it's something dumb like that people can comment, and it's it's a lot of fun.
And then you kind of you just take some of that. So because this is an interesting one. This whole would you rather.
Right.
So
because also too, this could turn into like an opener every week, where it's like this week we have so-and-so asks us, hey, would you rather jump into a pit of cactuses or or eat 40 scorpions? It's something to that effect, and then that can kick off and we can tie that in with everything else, man. So
all right, cool. All right, let's kick this motherfucker off.
So okay, the first one I'm going to read off, and I think it's definitely right that Joey, our buddy, that he gets to be our first one, because him and his girlfriend Kelsey have been avid fans. We've talked about that before.
For shizzle.
And even just like knowing that they do their day-to-day routine and they listen to us, like that's so cool, and I love that. So with that being said, Joey is our first question.
Okay.
This is what he wants to know, and this is a direct jab at me, and you'll know why.
I figured.
It says, would you rather go deep sea diving solo or get launched into space solo? One caveat, you are guaranteed safe return. You will come back.
Oh, space all the way.
I'm in the same boat too. Yeah, space
space all the way.
The ocean terrifies me more than space.
But you're already coming back safe.
It's experiencing it. I would not have a good time. Space, I know for a fact, if it's a safe trip,
you're coming back safe.
I don't want to be around squids. I don't want to be around sharks. I don't want to be around the deep abyss. I can't do it.
Listen to. Okay, wait. I think you're not giving the question enough time to sink in. I'm serious. Think about it.
Actually, no. No, let me. Now that I've had more time to think about it, absolutely not deep sea diving.
Okay.
2 reasons. One, I've talked about my ears. I can't go deep sea diving. So period.
Why do you have to dive in the ocean?
Well, that's what he was saying. Deep sea diving. Is it like, I'm thinking that means like having like a regulator on. You have your goggles and stuff, and you're deep sea diving.
I thought he said just strained it in the like. My bad.
No, it's
I completely forgot.
I'll double check it, but would you rather go deep sea diving solo or get launched into space solo? So yeah.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Completely fucked up that first part. This water's delicious.
It actually is wonderful water. It's because it in fact does have water in it. Mm-hmm. So next up.
So whoa. We just got whoa.
Wait, is there more?
No, you just kind of fucking went right past. Okay, so So let's talk,
they both scare me.
So. Yeah, no, I know. So let's talk about that for a second.
Was that convincing? Did I convince you?
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like that was 6 seconds. On to the next one. That was a good question, Joey. Good question, my friend.
It is because it unsettles me so much.
That's why I'm watching him squirm right now.
It's making me. That's why I wanted to move.
But again, no. Again, think of the premise. You are guaranteed to return safe.
I don't know. It's the idea of what you will experience in the ocean. Now, let me say this: is that
do you know why I wouldn't go to deep sea diving?
Why?
Because I couldn't smoke.
This is true. Now,
everything's wet.
Unless if they make a way that smoking of all forms can then be done underwater. You know what I mean? Because if we're already to the point of being able to have guaranteed safety on both of these trips, I feel like that we've made it to the point that science would allow us to be able to smoke cigarettes underwater or anything. But
I want to be the highest man on the planet.
Well, then you got to go to space then.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, man, there is for instance, the night that we bought Death Stranding, the opening when Kojima Productions pops up and you see the Luden that's underwater at the bottom of the ocean and he slams the flag down and then you see the whale like swim past him super fast. That actually scared the hell out of me.
Really?
I cannot do deep water. Like it's safe or not, it will scare the hell out of me. So I can't do it.
Here's my question then is that space completely like out there, you're afraid of a whale fluttering past you real quick or an alien.
I mean, well, now you're introducing aliens, so it's like,
I'm just saying, you're talking about weird things. So, like, I don't know, like, you just really jumped on that space thing real quick.
Oh yeah, no, because it's not the ocean. Like that
baffles me. I really thought you were gonna go ocean.
No, here's the thing: death in space is instant. It is instant. So it's like no matter where my final destination is after death, I know for a fact that it will be an instant death. It's going to be done. Your blood boils. You freeze. Like it's that whole thing.
In the ocean, just breathe in.
No, that is way worse. That is so much worse. You have all the pressure of the metric tons of water that is pushing in on you. That's going to implode you. So then what's going to happen is that if you are too deep, I want you to think about the death of Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man. Okay,
never seen them. What I'm saying
is how his limbs are like pushing into him and like piercing through his body and it's like crushing him into a ball.
Right, but
that's what happens at the bottom of the ocean. You will implode.
You don't have to. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to make it to the bottom of the ocean. Breathe. Over.
My point is that it's still more terrifying because it takes time for you to drown. One big breath in is not going to kill you. Your body is going to go into fight or flight mode and attempt to find air, and then you'll start convulsing. That's how people drown. I will not go to the fucking ocean. It will not happen. It is terrifying. Like, I'm not trying to come off strong, but I'm really fucking scared right now. So, like, dude, I can't do the ocean, dude. I can't. I will
Next one.
Oh, now you're right. No, dude, oh my God, I can't believe
I'm done torturing you.
I wanted to move on so bad. I fucking hate the ocean. Oh my God, I can't do it. I won't even go on cruises now, like or at all. Like I won't do it. See, I'm stuttering. I'm so scared. Okay, no, we're still looking at fans. I'm all jumbled. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go to Instagram, and Anna.
Okay.
Has actually given us a plethora of things to go off of. So, okay. Anna, thank you so much. She commented and asked, "Am I too late?"
I knew she would.
Okay, so this one's gonna be kind of easy, I think, as far as like thinking about the celebrityism of it. But she says, "Would you rather have a meet and greet with a celeb of your choice, but no autograph or pics, or don't meet them, but you get a personal letter from them?" That's a different curveball.
Fuck.
Get to talk to them personally, but have no proof, or have a personal letter that's been sent to you.
I think it would depend. Okay. Now that's not her fault for not like explaining that, but I think for me, a little bit would depend on how much of the personal interaction I would get.
I would say this, that when I think personal interaction, what comes to my mind is what Christy and I got to do with Nicholas Brendon from Buffy.
Yeah.
If somehow Nikki ever watches this, I just want to say thank you for just being awesome and doing that meet and greet. That like really like made our year. Like that was the coolest thing ever. But what was really cool was that we had some time throughout the night that we, because it was us and like 30 other people in this bar and grill that he got to meet at. Which is actually Geeked Out Pub and Grill that is in Brunswick, Ohio. And if you're in the area, check out Geeked Out Pub and Grill. They're delicious.
I definitely need to go.
We'll definitely take you. It's so good. But
I'm a grown up. I can go by myself if I want.
I want to take you. No. So essentially, I went out the back to go vape real quick because you can't vape in the building. That's when I was still vaping. But I went back there after kind of rubbing shoulders with him for a minute and like, you know, some other people there. And I went out there with the expectancy to be by myself. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm out here. Like, you know, I can kind of just decompress. I'll throw on my phone, listen to music or something. And I just kind of walked out halfway like into the parking lot area. And I looked back and Nikki was actually sitting outside. He was smoking a cigarette. And I felt terrible because he came out here to smoke to get away, and it's like
by himself.
I genuinely did not mean to find him. I was just going outside just to hit my vape real quick, and I saw him. I was in mid vape, and I went, "Oh shit!" And he was like, "Oh, you all right?" I'm like, "Dude, I am so sorry." I'm like, "I was not trying to intrude." I'm like, "I didn't even know you were back here." And he just kind of laughed. He was like, "Dude, it's fine." He's like, "It's no problem." He's like, I get it. You know what happens." The next second, a fan saw me talking to him and ran outside and immediately like got into his face and started talking to him.
Oh man!
And that was one of the coolest experiences I've had with a celebrity, because it was one of those things like he knew I was not there to bother him.
Yes.
And I think the most I did was I just walked up to him, I shook his hand, and I'm like, Nikki, I'm like, dude, like, thank you for doing this. Like, just like, this has been awesome. I'm like, me and my wife have had an amazing time. I'm like, just thank you. You know, thank you for doing this. I'm like, you enjoy the rest of your cigarette. I'm going to take a couple more hits and go inside. You know, and he was like, he shook my hand. He's like, that's cool, man. He's like, I appreciate it. You know, and it was a really cool situation. So like that to me is worth a lot more. That's, like when I think of a personal, like, you know, thing, that really resonates with me.
I actually would probably go the interaction.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. A letter is fucking cool.
Yes,
but
I think there's something different about, you know, interaction. And a quick story of mine. It was so weird. I was just thinking about this morning, and it caught me off guard, and it almost upset me. And not in a, you'll understand in a second. So I met years ago. When I lived in Pittsburgh, and I was working downtown, and Billy Gardell walked in.
Yep, I remember this. Yep,
and like I saw him, and he was with his wife, and he was with his son, and it was not busy. Billy Gardell was actually from Pittsburgh, so like it's his hometown, you know. And the girl I was dating at the time, we were looking at each other, and I was like, oh fuck, like, you know, there's Billy, you know. And we saw a lot of famous people, a lot of famous sports people. Like, we went to a bar one night, the entire Penguins were there, you know. A lot of the Pirates came in. A lot of the Steelers came down to the Strip. Like, I saw Wiz Khalifa walking down the street.
You even got to meet Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Yeah, which, I mean, that's a funny situation how that happened, but yeah, that's
I'll tell that. Remind me to tell that, and I'll tell a quick story at the end of that.
Right.
But anyways, what I was saying about the whole Billy Gardell thing is that I saw him, and it was not busy in the store. It wasn't busy. It was just like a weekday throughout the, you know, like midday. He was in doing like a radio like show or something. Mike and Molly was still like on the air.
Right.
And I walked up to him, and even at that, like, we still helped our guests, you know, our shoppers. Like, if you need any help, just let us know.
Right.
And I walked up to him and I said, "Excuse me, sir." And his wife tapped him on the shoulder. She was like, "Honey, you've got a fan," which was cool. Like, and I wasn't trying to be intrusive. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "I'm not trying to bombard you." Again, it wasn't like super busy. I said, "But if you guys need any help, let me know, number one. And number two," I said, I was like, "You're really funny." And I said, before you leave, would it be a bother if I could at least get a photo with you? And he was like, "Absolutely." I was like, "Shop, do your thing, you know."
Right.
And so
be a human being about it. Yeah.
Like, and so he did. Like they did. They walked around, they got some stuff, and when we got up there, the person I was dating took the photo, and it was my Facebook profile picture for a long time.
See, what's funny was that when you changed that to that profile picture, I had no idea who that was.
Well, you were young,
right?
You were pretty young, and
I thought it was like a friend of yours or something. I was like, "Oh, look at that," you know. So, but no.
And I remember the girl I was dating took a picture, and he even said, he was like, "Hun," he's like, "Do you want a photo too?" He's like, "I always feel bad for the photo taker, like if they're a fan." She was like, "Yes, please." And so then he even asked, he's like, he's like, "Do you want me to sign something?" I was like, "That would be awesome." And he asked what my name was, and he just wrote on a piece of paper, he said, "Eric, laugh." And then he signed it. And it catches me off guard from time to time, just because when we talked about the depression, stuff, and you forget to do that sometimes. And it's one of those, like, even with Robin Williams and things like that, where these comedians that are always trying to be funny, and they're the ones that are kind of the ones that are the worst off. And it's one of those, he reminded me to laugh a lot. And that's what I tried to do. And it sounds corny, but he wrote it. And it wasn't even the fact that he gave me an autograph. He gave me a piece of advice. And sorry, that kind of that caught me real quick. But
no, what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's one of those where you even at that, he was somebody great to interact with. He was a normal person, and just don't forget to laugh, have a good time, and that was awesome. That was really awesome.
I think that you will definitely connect with this, because I've connected with what I'm about to say a lot. And if I've said this before on the podcast, I apologize, or if I've said it in a live and if people have heard it, but it's one of my favorite things to reference, ironically, even though it's very depressing. But it kind of really sobers you up and makes you think about what comedians deal with. And different things like that. And it's this, I don't know if I remember hearing it from The Watchmen. And I'm pretty sure it's probably an old, tale or whatever, a tale of woe, or or not a tale of woe, but it's like one of those old, things that have circulated, or it's newer and it was just created for the comic, it's possible. But I don't remember the clown's name specifically, but it was a very, very funky name, and it begins with P. So I've always referred to him as Pajim the clown.
Okay.
So basically, actually, now that I think about it, it was a joke, because it is funny, but it's at the expense of, whatever person this is, saying. Yeah. But essentially, there was an old town that had a clown named Pajim. Pajim was the one that would make you laugh. If you were having a bad day, he'd pie himself in the face. He'd pie somebody else in the face. He would make balloon animals. He would just bring absolute joy to everybody that was around him. So when somebody would be depressed or would not know what to do, they would go and speak to the mayor of the town, and they would explain their situation, and the mayor would say, "Well, go see Pajim. Mm-hmm. Pajim will make you feel better." And they would, and Pajim would nail it every time. He would make them laugh. He was a town hit. He was the town clown, but not in the way that everybody thought that he was.
Right.
Or would think he was. So one night, a man comes to the mayor and says, "Mr. Mayor, may I please have a word with you?" And he says, "Absolutely." He's like, "Have a seat." And he says, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. My life is in shambles. My wife won't talk to me. My kids are, are upset with me. He's like, "I don't know how I'm going to, pay for everything. I don't know how this is going to happen." The mayor listened to to his story and said, well, it sounds like you need a good cheering up, son. He's like, you need to, he's like, I understand what you're dealing with is real, but what you need to do is that you need to laugh. You need to, enjoy it. He's like, go see Pajim the clown.
It was him.
And he says, you don't understand. I am Pajim.
Yeah.
That is.
And that's the thing, as we get this veered off, and we're going to get back on real quick.
But first, we're going to come back to these. Don't worry.
But it was one of those that was an interesting thing and I literally just thought of that this morning, and it caught me off guard like it did just now. And you do, like, life just gets to be so much. Yeah. And you forget to just enjoy little stupid fucking things. And that was the best advice ever. So,
yeah.
So, all right. So next one. So personal encounter.
Personal encounter, yes. Personal all that encounter. To be said, personal encounter. Okay, so she has quite a few on here. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and just go down the line here. So next one up, this was the first comment she put down, but she said, am I too late? She says, would you rather eat only your least favorite foods for a week or wear the smell you wore in 8th grade for a month?
Oh, all the way 8th grade for a month. Calvin Klein, baby. CK1, don't forget it.
Spritzer. Oh. You've been a Spritzer man your whole life.
Oh, man, come on now. Oh, I thought you had a good one for me, hon. I smelled good.
I mean, I would take my Axe. I would do it, man. I can't.
See, we were different. Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Cool Water, Drakkar Noir. I smelled like the shit. Not shit, but I smelled good. So all day 8th grade smell. So next.
I feel honestly. I mean that pretty much explains it. Just like, hey, our 8th grade wasn't so bad. So and I'll be fucked if I'm eating Brussels sprouts.
And
so not happening.
It came back. This comes a little full circle because I'm pretty sure we said this on one podcast. That was when I had the Michael Jordan cologne too.
Yes, because we said it was all the different smells of like the basketball, or like all that stuff,
and the leather, and like the court, like what? Yeah, blah blah blah. It smelled like Tommy.
No, I am laughing about that, but I just read her next one.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have to bow every time someone claps or trip a little whenever someone calls your name?
Fuck.
I will make a scene and bow every time somebody claps.
I might just go with both. Fuck it.
Is that possible? And would you rather? Can you embrace both worlds?
I mean,
is that possible?
That would be funny as shit. Because what if somebody entered the room and said your name?
you would bow.
A TB, trip bow.
It would that's when it would turn into somersaulting. It would just be like that. It's the only way you can somersault. Someone has to clap and then say my name. It's like, oh shit.
It's like a weird form of like Tourette's.
I have no idea how that just looked. I apologize. Okay.
I know I keep like flipping out over here. Like new microphone styles, guys. Sorry, we're trying stuff.
We wanted to go a little more radio with the drop down.
We wanted to feel cool.
So, okay, the next one. She said, my sister says, would you rather have more time or more money?
Okay, 2 things.
More time or more money.
Sarah, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, actually, yeah, you did fill me in on their situation a couple nights ago. Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Found out some better news today. But some scary news that's happening tomorrow. By the time this comes out, this will already be done. But she's having, I can't look at my phone right now because I'm recording. But they're basically going into like look at her heart. But she actually showed me all of the like drainage from her lung from having pneumonia. Yeah. So, anyways, Sarah, hope you feel better.
Yeah.
And good question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. What do you think?
Here's the thing. I probably would go with more money. And the reason I would go with more money is because I feel like I would be able to then acquire myself more time. if I had the ability to make some things disappear, that have been burdening me like debt wise, and looking at the like for instance, like what I would do, like if I had the ability to, which do not take this as in I do not love my job. I love my job. I love what I do. I would not change it for the world. However, if I could do this full time,
100%. Yeah.
It would be,
I get it.
It would be wonderful. And so it's like with that, I would be doing something I love.
But you already are.
Right. It's like, but I'm doing something that is, I don't want to say effortless because it's not, but it's one of those things where like it's fun, but my job is also fun too. So it's a different thing, but no, it's, I like I said, I'm not going to, change anything in my life, but however, I've thought about that before, and I'm like, man, if I could do this, I would have a lot more time.
Okay. Well,
I
think she's saying,
but like more money or more time, but I feel like it's like, being able to have the bigger income to be able to supplement, to be able to have the more time, that's how I would look at it.
Yeah. You're right. But I think literally what she was saying is that do you live 60 years and have more money, or do you live 80 years and live how you are now?
Oh, well then that makes sense.
That's what I think what she's saying, more time. Like I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong.
If that's how it is, then I would obviously choose time. I would choose time more than anything.
Really?
Yes.
See, I would still choose the money.
Really?
Yes, because again, we've talked about this before, and I'm by far trying to be a hard ass, and who knows, when that time does finally come, I might feel a little bit different. I don't fear death.
Right.
I don't fear death. Death is something that I have come to terms with a long time ago. Mm-hmm. It's something that we all share.
Yeah. Everybody lives, or everybody is born, everybody dies. Yeah.
And it's a cliche, but it's the truth. Dying is easy. Living is fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hit me in the feels the first time I ever read that. And so that being said, I think I would take the money. Not to be like some pompous prick, like
right.
But I think my thing would be is that I would enjoy what I had.
Yeah.
I would enjoy my 60 years, 80 years, whatever it was. So good question, huh?
Yeah.
Very good question.
Well, Anna's throwing us a harder question than that.
Man, she's just working down the line, hey?
Anna, you are turning into one of my absolute favorite fans. You are awesome. You interact with us. You enjoy what we do. Like that is all that. If Anna is the only person that consistently comments on our stuff and
still do it,
and she is a Patreon supporter, but the thing is that I don't want this to come off in the wrong way, but it's like that doesn't matter to me.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like it's like she loves what we do.
And I talk to her and her husband, every day.
Right.
And again, I do apologize, hon. We both understand life, but it's not. I don't get to just BS all day with her.
Yeah.
But we definitely keep in touch. I try to keep in touch, when I'm on social medias. Again, life happens, but her and her husband are awesome.
They are. Yeah.
They are literally like me, you, and Christy. It's kind of scary. So anyways, yes, let's go.
This is about to be way harder than death or money. This is, oh my God, because you have to think about it. It's like, this is what we're doing while we're here. I'm like, God, I want to enjoy it. Okay. Anna, her screen name is Amat. So I was Amanda, no. Anna asks, would you rather never have potatoes again in any form, or never have cheese? And she commented again underneath that and said, including cream cheese. Any form of cheese you cannot have. So either no cheese or no potato.
I don't like this question.
So, okay, if I really, really, really had to think about this,
tread carefully here.
I'm thinking about the food that I enjoy the most.
What's that?
Out of everything?
Pizza?
Dude, I fucking love pizza.
So do I. And that's where I'm like, when I love me some motherfucking mashed potatoes. I love me some French fries.
Hash browns.
All potato form.
All starches of all kind, and including sweet potatoes. Like, dude, like sweet potato fries. Like, dude, there's so... Man, that is... Because this is
we're not friends anymore.
This is fucked. This is fucked either way.
Take her off. We have to delete her. Block her right now.
You are giving me an existential crisis right now. No, well, think about this. Is that I want you to imagine both realities right now. Okay, because this is how I would look at it for me, and you can it's intense. You can make this apply to you in whatever way it may apply to you in the same way. Say that I never wanted to touch potatoes again. 2 weeks from now is when I would be near somebody that's over like at the Huddle House or is over at a place that sells sweet potato fries, and all I'm gonna fucking think about is I can't have those. That's I'm gonna sit there,
dude. Like
okay, now, but let's flip this around though. It's Super Bowl night. It's an amazing night. People are over. What's the main thing everybody orders whenever it's Super Bowl?
Pizza, wings, and beer.
Pizza, wings, and beer.
Well, unless you're Nick, he makes banging ass chili.
Yes, he does.
But anyway,
yes, he does. Yeah.
Hey, we have a problem.
What's the problem?
We're not taking break. 24 ounce.
If you got to go pee, you got to go pee, man. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that might have to happen.
All right, well, go for it, man.
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attempt. Man, this is rough. We're gonna attempt something real quick.
Pee break.
Pee break? No, but you're gonna continue talking. I want you to read off the next thing.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
And go. Okay. So the next thing. Oh, Thor's coming after you. No, that was just funny. So the next thing. Oh God, I'll save that one for last. This one is have dinner with a historical figure of your choice, or see your dream concert. And both can be dead or alive or past or future. So essentially, historical figure of your choice, dead or alive, or see your dream concert, past or future. Okay, I'm coming. If I had to, honestly, because I like a lot of good shit on both of these. Maybe not so much historical, but if I had to make a choice on what to choose between, this would be between my historical figure would end up being Abraham Lincoln. Because he's one of my, he's just one of my favorite just people just in history, just in general, is like getting to sit and talk with him, because not only did he free the slaves, not only was he an amazing president, he did just amazing things, so much so it pissed people off to where he was assassinated over what he believed in.
Yep.
And it was done in the most unfair advantage against him when he was enjoying a night with his wife. There is something so poetic about it, where it was just he was that passionate about making, I'm not going to say America great again, but it's about changing things, about how it altered history forever, and he died because of it.
That's what makes it hard, because a concert's just a musician.
Right. But in the same hand too, think about this, your dream concert. It can be any concert you want. From any time of any period of history. And what I would have to choose, if I was going to do that, it would be Slipknot's Live in London.
Really?
I have seen so many people that have commented on that video. I know some people that were there. I know some people that have experienced or have been friends with people that were there. All of those. Every single one of them said it was the greatest concert they had ever been to in their entire life.
Wow. Okay.
Because that's when Iowa was brand new. That's when Slipknot was in their prime. They came back and made a record that was twice as heavy when the mainstream label told them to make radio friendly stuff, and they did the complete opposite. And they went I think damn near platinum when they did that. And then their concert was it was in the pinnacle time of that nasty Slipknot
yeah.
So if I had to choose between the two of those, I would have to go with Abraham Lincoln. I would have to.
Okay.
If I genuinely that's
okay.
And also too, he's the first, and from what I understand, the only president, unless William Howard Taft had one. He was the one that incorporated the beard.
I think so.
He was the, if not, he was the first president to ever really have like a beard, and that was what was staple for him. Like, I would not miss that in a million years.
So this is where I'm torn, because she gives you such a broad. Wait, did we finish the cheese one?
Yeah, because you had to go pee.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't do potatoes because I never said it.
Oh, you wouldn't do it. You would do. Oh, that's right. No, you didn't say that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So cheese. You would choose cheese.
That was hard.
Yeah.
But okay. So the next one.
I know that I think about it. I didn't choose one either. So I'm gonna have to go with potatoes, even though I don't like that option because I don't like either. So, I just realized I'm at a stalemate. I have to pick one. Yeah. So it's like Joey. Joey from Friends. Like sex, no food, no sex, food, sex, food. Ah, God, I can't do it. So. They're both.
I want girls on bread.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I want cheese on potatoes. Okay. So it's.
I've done. Damn it. Can't do that anymore.
No, okay. Just going to eat a bowl of raw potatoes or eat a bowl of just melted cheese. Like, that's your only option. Either way, you have to pretend. So,
all right. So this is where I come into a predicament here, is that she gives a very different perspective on things. A historical figure, like I said, or a concert. No offense to any of our artists, musicians, rappers, bands. They're just, again, so is people in history, but they're just people. That's entertainment. For you to sit there and say, I want to meet Abraham Lincoln, whether it might be something that everybody would always say or not, but that means something. For you to, and then be like, all right, go see Slipknot.
Well, I think that if it had been, would you rather meet a historical figure or meet a musician? That would be a harder question for me. Like, so it's like if I had the option to sit down for 3 hours with Abraham Lincoln or have 3 hours to sit down and talk with Corey Taylor, dude, I would pick Corey. Like, that's
I think that's another thing too, is that maybe not sitting down and talk, but the concert would be like perfect. Like, you'd be like front row. It would be like perfect scenario. So
Abraham Lincoln, I still got to go with it. Yep.
To me, it would be concert.
Really?
Only because of who I would pick. There's several, but no matter who I picked, a historical figure is great, and that would be great because, and honestly, if I had to pick one. If I had to pick one, and I have to, and this is why I would pick it, and this has honestly nothing to do with things that are happening right now. It would be Rosa Parks.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
What went through your mind? So I'm not going to get too far into it, but like I said, I don't claim to know a lot of that older history. Obviously, we all know what happened. But that's why I would pick her.
She was like, I kind of look at her as like one of the, I want to say the first, but like one of the first like just boss women that has ever existed.
Oh, it's giving me goosebumps.
That's the whole like Captain America thing of like, no, you move.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, right. It was the most polite fuck you that could have ever been done.
And she should have been way ruder.
Okay,
so hands down, it would be that. This sounds way shittier coming out when I say the concert that sticks out in my mind, but it would be Tupac. It would be to see it.
That's not a bad choice. That's not a bad choice at all.
No, I know that, but what I mean is that the reason I would pick concert, no matter if it was Tupac or two other people that I would say, only because music has affected me so much.
Yeah.
That having that perfect concert, it's super, super, super fucking expensive. I would even settle for like the Coachella like 3D concert.
Yeah, that was impressive. The first time that I ever saw that, like to see Tupac actually interacting with a crowd and like singing and rapping, like that's just
Snoop was with him and like on stage for real. Like it was fucking incredible. So that being said, it's strictly on the fact of how that made me feel, what I was doing in my life, all of the things the emotions that come with the music that I listen to, rap, rock, R&B, boy bands, like, you know, I love them all. Yeah. I really do. And honestly, the other one would be Michael fucking Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
So it really is hard between the two. And
because I mean,
Steve, we became BFFs after the Dirty Diana thing. I messaged the other night, was playing Dirty Diana, and I said this is one of the most underrated songs. And by Michael Jackson and
Anna's husband.
Yes, he stated that if he were a stripper, that's what he would like warm up to and come out to. So we became best friends right then and there. So
did we just become best friends?
Yes. So it honestly would have to do with the music, and that's shitty to say because of the person that I would want to meet in history is epic. It honestly has to go with feeling, my actual feeling and emotion.
Yeah, that's like. There is something.
Ironically, all three were black.
I think.
What does that say about me?
I'd say that you love everyone.
Oh, I do.
So,
and that's the thing, man. So, like, honestly, so that was just funny. So, I'm sure somebody would have said something in the comments at some point.
Yeah. Okay. This one's rough. Only because I know exactly what the both of us are going to pick without a doubt. But this is a very, very, very good one because I get what she's going for. Would you rather lose a leg or never have sex again?
Lose a leg.
Lose a leg. Ever? Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah. I can be one-legged and still have sex. Like that.
But I can still fuck good with like one leg. Like I'll be limber as shit after that. I'll be hitting spots you ain't never had, even with a toy.
Okay, all right, okay. Remember, this is not a
loose episode. It's would you rather? Did you really think it was not going to get sexual?
You probably could get more leverage and more space without the thigh gap, and you could just rotate yourself. Okay, I'm done. Okay, now so
I could spin. You ever seen one of those?
It's the Eric copter.
You ever see? Yeah. You ever seen one of those things like where it's the hawk that has the thing, the tip on the nose where it balances? Like when you spin it, that's what I'll be like in the gine, just flying around.
You said in the gine.
Yeah, dude. Wasn't gonna say pussy.
Oh, well, we've already learned that we got monetized with me saying the RAPE word, so I mean, that's completely fine.
Right, so that's what I mean. We're cool. Right, we're good.
We can just be normal. That's nice. Okay, last couple that we have are on TikTok. So,
she was done?
Yeah, that was all okay. So, okay. So I posted the video on TikTok as well. It was just, I wanted to see if people were going to do something. Because I really haven't gotten a lot of hits on there. Haven't been doing Bob the Demon, so I didn't expect it to. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the giant. Okay, focus. Okay, Shadow Raven 7 on TikTok asks, "Would you rather be able to see the future and change it, or would you rather be able to change the past?" I think that we could look at each one would be successful. You have the ability to either change the past or change the future.
Yeah,
and
that can if you change the past, you could obviously alter your future. Oh, man.
But if you alter the future, then ultimately that will eventually become the past, and there's a new future that you've never been to.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Honestly, the first thing that came to mind is fix the past.
Mine too?
There's a big one that I would fix.
Now, mine would actually be... not personal when it comes to this. I would actually go with, I've always wondered what a world would look like if Kennedy had not been assassinated.
Oh, you went with like something that
like
didn't pertain to you.
Yeah, like worldwide.
I was selfish and was like, yeah, this one thing.
No, now the only thing I would do for myself is that I would have been more responsible with my money when I was younger. I wouldn't have taken out credit cards. I wouldn't have done stuff like that. I would have.
Shut the fuck up. You have a house. Like, what? I live. Next question.
That's the only other thing.
I'm just fucking with you.
No. So for you, you said the past. So what would be? Are you comfortable with sharing your specific thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't know how deep it's going to be, but
yeah, no, we'll keep it quick.
Yeah. I meant more so for comfort on your end, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah. No, I'm completely fine with talking about it because I think it's. I think sometimes it gets a bad rap, and I don't mean to like. That did not come out right. I don't mean to like back it by any means, but I would fix the way I was with Callie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, not just me, like the entire situation, like in general.
Yeah.
I would just at a snap of a finger, like it would be two different things, and I'm ashamed of that part of my life. So that was a kind of life-changing thing for me. When I excuse me, no, I'm not getting emotional. I was choking my spit. When I moved home after that, and it was something so incredible because it really showed me everything. It did. I saw everything. And that was something that I always wished I could change. Not to just even maybe be with her anymore, but to just do right.
Yeah.
And have her do right as well. And
yeah.
That's the key, is it wasn't just one, it was both. And
yeah.
The problem is that I don't even dare say to like fix it to even have us be together. It would be one of those, if we were to split, it would be for different reasons and just because we weren't meant to be together. But right. I truly feel awful for, regardless of how much of an instigator she might have been and or what was happening. So regardless of the scenarios, if I was in the quote right or wrong, I would fix that. That 10 years would have gone a whole lot different.
Yeah, and I get that, and I mean, because I was present for a lot of that, and I think that when you come to things like that in your life, when you have major regret, and I don't know if this works the same way for you, and I mean, we talked a little bit about it on the depression podcast, but it's like that idea of like stress streams, like things that come to you, like it's overwhelming. And like, I mean, even talking about it is like inducing things for me. Like now I'm thinking about that. This is kind of the moment that it's dumb, but it really, really helps, is that there was I don't know if you'd call him a friend, but or just an acquaintance of mine in high school. And there was a day that he was just picking at me, just like was just seeing how much he could poke the bear or whatever. Like, but it was not so much to the point that like it really justified a reaction. And I completely overreacted, and I actually took my water and fucking poured it on him. And I think I even screamed, "Fuck you, you little bitch," or like whatever. Like I was having a very, very, very bad day on top of everything. It's the only time I've ever done that in my life. Like that I've actually like retaliated, like with the intent of I don't give a fuck. And it almost turned into a physical altercation between me and him. About a year or so after that, I was at a high school dance. This all took place in high school. And he walked in, and we'll call him Jim for sake of argument. And I saw him, and I was like, how you doing, Jim? And he was like, like we're men. We go through stuff. It's over. We're done. We don't hang on to it. We don't gossip about it. Like it's over. Like it's done. And shook his hand, and I pulled him aside, and I said, "Hey, man. Genuinely, I'm like, I know that it's probably you don't even think about it, or maybe it's not that big of a deal. I know you've had other shit happening in your life, but I'm like, I genuinely feel really bad about how I reacted. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, were you picking at me? Sure. But I'm like, but the thing is that I knew that you weren't like you were doing it to get a reaction out of me, not to cause a fight.
Right.
And, I'm like, and I get that. And I'm like, and I am sorry. And he just kind of chuckled. He was like, dude, he's like, I honestly didn't even think about it until you said something, man. He's like, you understand. He's like, I've had way more stuff happen to me for like that. He's like, you were literally just a detention I had at one point. He's like, he's like that. It was nothing. But the thing is that like, to me, I had carried that for so long. And I understand my experience or almost fight with Jim does not compare to 10 years in a relationship, and I'm not going to pretend like they're equally the same.
But you understand that like burden that you feel, and that like how you have that like discomfort, and like you want to make it right, regardless if they remember.
It was something that I really like, dude, like that kept me up. Yeah, like, dude, like I thought about it so much. So it's like
it keeps me up at night. She'll probably never hear these. She'll probably never see these, and it's not for me to like. This isn't even me trying to like get her to see. It has nothing to do with that. This is a legit thing. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah,
you know. And there is other things. Obviously, there's other things in my past that I would fix, but that was like the first one that like clicked in my mind, and. Like, so I get what you mean with the whole you couldn't sleep. Like it was something that he didn't think about it.
No, and it's I think that it was what bothered me more was that he got in trouble, I didn't. And that really bothered me like for a while.
But if he was a prick, he was a prick. Like he
was.
So I mean, like even at that. So yeah. All right. So yeah. So I passed for me.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Shadow Raven 7. Thank you so much. This guy's name is or girl. There's no profile picture, so I don't know which one. But this is Kings Lothra, KINGSLOTHRA.
Okay.
They had to split up their thing into like 2 comments because they've limited the amount that you can put on there. So,
okay.
So King Slothra said, would you rather have the ability to save the world and bring peace, but all your blood relatives die, or would you rather be able to grant immortality to people you consider family, but every time you do, 100 random people that you have no connections to you die? I know that was a lot to take in, but I'll read through it one more time.
No, I got it.
So I'm doing it for myself too. So would you rather have the ability to save the world and bring world peace, but all of your blood relatives die, or would you rather be able to grant immortality to people you consider family, but every time you do, 100 random people that have no connections to you die? I'm going to be selfish on this one, man. I would have to go with keeping the world how it is. That's a very Joel decision, but in those two, I know that's really deep, but the thing is that I personally cannot imagine a world without the family that I have. That is something that is very, very impossible for me. It's something that freaks me out. So it's like I would have to.
You're not going to like my answer. you're dead, motherfucker.
I mean, but that's what this is about, though. It's so like let's discuss.
To me, I would look at it like this. You say blood relatives, so clearly that means my children too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is terrible. And, then my children's mothers would still be alive without them.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like there's a lot that goes into this, but when I really think about that, I think about that Joel and Ellie situation where it's like,
spoilers for The Last of Us. If you've not played it, this is your chance to get out. But
no. I'm
just covering some ass, covering some ass, covering our asses. So
I would have to say, just because the way I would look, if I had that power specifically for myself to be good, literally push A or push B, and it happens.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, A, which is blood relatives die, and that includes myself, I would think. I would hope.
Yeah.
That I would be part of that. I would sacrifice. Now, I know I've said before, fuck the world, and like it is our time to go, but in general thing, like for this actual question, I would do that. I think
you would make the sacrifice.
I would. I don't have to deal with, and all my blood and family would be, you know, gone and immediately. So it's not like, oh, Kyle got hit by a train and then mom was in a house fire and then, you know, it's not like tragic incidents. I figure, just like you said, like the snap, like it's like almost instant.
Yeah, the Thanos snap, if you will.
And to me, that is, I don't know. I feel like the most humble way you could go about it, because if it were me and then you say immortality for all my relatives, well, okay, let's pretend we're not relatives, but we're just friends.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when it's not me that dies, or that's one of the 100 people, but what if it's my uncle? What if it's my, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. That's where I would go with that, to where now I have to see you upset because of something I did.
Right. You have no guarantee on who those 100 people are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you might not even get to that point. So I'm just saying that's how I think of it.
Yeah. I think that the way that I approach that question is that it's one of those things where
I like made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, like dude, like it really, like when you have the weight of that, when you have the weight of that on your shoulders, dude, it's that, you know, like nobody ever plans on having a decision like that, but I thought about it and it's like I would much rather have the world that I know is already fucked up. I know how to live in this world.
Yeah.
And that means I can still have my family.
Yeah.
That's how I viewed that question, where it's one of those things where it's like, oh, what, you're telling me the world's going to be fucked up and 100 people are going to die? Sorry, but people are dying anyway, dude.
And like, you're right.
I hate to be that way, but it's like that's how I view that. But the thing is, too, I feel like both sides of the coin are fucked. Because it's one of those things where it's like, sure, 100 random people are going to die too, but does that mean that immortality lands on you? That means that you're going to die and all your family is immortal and they're going to live through everything.
Right.
So it's like,
right.
So both of them are on.
That was a good. All of these submitted questions were fucking bangers.
Fire, dude. This is great. Now,
so
we are at about an hour. But,
yeah. So as I say, let's do a couple.
Yeah. Let's do these. A couple. Let's see how it goes. Let's see.
I need more water.
We'll get there. Don't you worry. Okay. These are. Some of them are adult, some of them aren't. Some of these are gross, some of them are fun. So
let's do one fun, one gross, one adult, and one if you can scan through and see them like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
At least get one of each in.
All right. First one. Would you rather swim 300 meters through shit or dead bodies?
Dead bodies.
Shit for me.
Shit can float around and like be particle chunks. Like I feel like with dead bodies, it might not necessarily be like a bloody hatchet messy thing. Ugh. Shit is messy no matter what.
I'm just thinking about
hard or soft.
I'd much rather swim through people's...
Would you rather smell shit or would you rather take the chance of a dead body?
All I'm gonna think about the entire time that I'm swimming through
you couldn't even clean the fridge.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Both of them are awful. Rotting corpses or shit, take your pick. I've smelled shit before, okay? I know what to expect with that. If after I throw up, I'll keep swimming, okay? I've never been around official dead bodies that have been decaying inside of a sea of dead bodies. And on top of that, that's every person that's in there is someone who has lived a full life and has had it ripped away from them.
Yep.
That would drive me
back.
That would drive me insane the entire time. But that would be horrible. That would
get there quicker.
Absolutely.
You can just use the bodies as leverage. Shit's going to slow you down and sludge it up. Bodies are leverage full. Like, come on now.
All right. Next one. Would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality or a cat with a dog's personality?
Wait, say that again.
Would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality?
No. Cat with a dog's personality.
That's an easy one. Then
cats are fucking assholes.
But I love all of my cats. All of our cats. All of them.
Even my cat was shady as fuck. I get it. No, dogs are literally they listen. Cats don't. They really don't. Like they might for a little bit, but like I can say, Thor, come here. I might have to say it 4 times, but if I say Prudence, come here, come here, come here, like it's not going to happen. So yeah, they're assholes.
Ooh, oh, this is a good one. Would you rather experience the beginning of the planet Earth or the end of the planet Earth? Like, more so, I would look at this like you're viewing it as a spectacle. Would you rather view how the world began or how it will end?
I want to see it end.
You want to see it end?
I want to see it end.
I
know what the fuck it kind of looked like at the beginning. It was beautiful and just nature-ridden.
Pangea.
Yeah. Like, I want to watch it all burn.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, horse shit.
Damn it. That's not the right one. No.
You're terrible at this.
There it is. So they both sound the exact same.
We were supposed to have a switch with the boards. So take a vote down below. Let me control the board or let Kyle still do it and fuck it up.
I've been really bad with it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ruined the show. I'm
real poll. Comments below. shrimpfarms83@yahoo.com if you want to email me, and KyleWright425@gmail if you want to get a hold of him and let us know if we should swap it up. So anyways.
Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
Fly
the whole way, dude. Because that's something that we've never experienced ever. Is the ability to fly as your own person.
I'm fast. Okay, I'm fast. Give me some.
You can run at exactly 100 miles per hour,
like 97. But if I had like Reebok pumps, I might be able to get it up to like 98. Right now, I'm telling you right now, if I had some light up shoes, 101, I'm hitting.
Lights are what do it?
No question, dude. Where have you been? Light up shoes make you run faster. No, dude. You obviously
got these new sneakers that run really fast now. Can't talk, gotta run.
New boot goofing. Nick, that was for you. I'm gonna tag you in this so that you new boot goofing. If anybody, I never watched the show, but it was from Reno 911.
Oh, yeah.
That skit was fucking hysterical, though. So
EDCBA. Okay. These are all good.
We're flying through them pretty quick. Just read them.
Would you rather know you will die or when you will die?
I already know I'm going to die, so I'm going to know when I'm going to die.
I won't do that. I'll obsess over it.
Fuck no. I'll be like, dude, I got 13 years. Cool. I'm about to go fuck bitches and drink beer.
And do, like, what was it? Like, when Bobby Lee was in the confessional booth, where he's like, "You gonna return the money to the church?" "No, sir. I spent it all on hookers and blow."
Yeah. If I knew that, I'd be like, sweet. Let me get that sports car real quick. I'm going to go skydiving.
Would you rather leave your unemployed son homeless or pay for his drug habits and illegal activities? Who the fuck wrote this? Would you rather leave your unemployed son homeless or pay for his drug habits and illegal activities?
Homeless, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, get your life together.
If I gotta buy my own drugs, you gotta buy your own. Fuck you.
Oh, man. That's too good.
Pinching my bag. Motherfucker, you better get out.
Would you rather give up your love life or work life?
What?
Would you rather give up your love life or work life?
I understand that. Is that really a real question? My work life. Fuck work.
Yeah.
Fuck my work life. I don't like them motherfuckers either. I don't like anybody. I don't even like you half the time. No, I'm just kidding.
What did George Carlin say? I can't remember what sketch it was or what he was even referring to. He was like, "Fuck the government." He was like, "Fuck aliens," and "fuck everyone." Now that I think about it. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather read minds or accurately predict the future?
Read minds.
Oh, without a doubt, I'd love to read minds. That would be that. Oh, that would like, but be able to control it, like be able to like when I focus, not like it's overwhelming, like Bruce Almighty.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah,
like,
that would be. I would just scan all the rooms and be like, "Yep, knew it, knew it. She's hot. She thought I was hot." No, I'm just kidding.
Pizza is coming up again with this next one. Okay. Would you rather eat only pizza for 1 year, or not touch pizza for a year?
So,
that's hard, dude. Okay. I love me some pizza, man.
So then that answers your question. Don't fucking touch it for a year so that you can have it. Yeah. Because then if you only get a year, then you got to cram it all in.
Yeah. I mean, I would get experimental though. Like I would try all the different kinds of pizza.
Here's what I would do is at that point I would just make spaghetti.
Just live it's the
and then
cousin
throw
of
I just start throwing and then be like, oh, so happen to fill this pizza or this pie crust up like that is not made out of graham cracker, like it's made out of dough. Oh, a shame.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I can work around that.
Would you rather have a Lamborghini in your garage or a bookcase with 9,000 books and infinite knowledge?
Fucking Lamborghini, dude.
I would take the books and knowledge. And the reason is
because... Are you going to fuck a hot chick on your book collection?
I mean, I've already got the hot chick, and she would love books.
Right.
So I'm good.
Do you know how uncomfortable it's going to be to fuck on those books? Get the Lamborghini.
Why are you immediately assuming that we would fuck on books?
Then why?
Or that anybody would fuck? No, actually, no. What? That is so uncomfortable.
Why do you buy exactly? So then why do you buy a Lamborghini? To fuck bitches?
I don't like cars, so it doesn't matter to me.
Neither do I. But what I'm saying is that even I know that. No. Bookshelf, dumb. Car, way cooler.
Oh, no, but mine will have LED lights.
so will my car.
This has been a great episode. Okay. Would you rather be free?
You're sexing all wrong, dude. Sorry. Like, that was just... I'm still going to... Ferrari or Lamborghini, whatever it was.
Lamborghini, yeah. If I was going to get any expensive car, it would be something called a Porsche. Now,
you're going to read a book on a Porsche and you're fucking...
No, that's what that's on the show Sledgehammer. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was this guy that has a revolver with a sledgehammer that's etched into it, and his phrase is, "Trust me, I know what I'm doing." So much so that when he was on his way to work in the very first episode, there was a sniper on top of a building, and the traffic was stopped up, and he was trying to get to work, and he got pissed. So he came out and talked to one of the cops and what's going on? They went, "Oh, Sledgehammer, thank God you're here." He's like, "I'm not even in the office yet." He's like, "What's happening?" And they're like, "Oh, well, this guy's on the top. He's been taking out our entire SWAT team. He's been taking out civilians." He's like, "We can't get to him. He's like, it's an unstoppable force. We don't know what he's using." And he goes, "I'll be right back." And then he goes to his car and assembles a rocket launcher, aims it up at the sniper, and then just aims it at the ground, shoots the building, and the building collapses. And he looks at the chief and goes, "I think I got him."
Sure.
But there was an episode, I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up. There was an episode where this Elvis impersonator was killing other Elvis impersonators, and somehow it dealt with this Amish guy that was connected to like somebody in these Elvis impersonators.
I honestly feel like I've seen that.
So what it came down to was that this Amish family inherited this huge ass sum of money because of like the end of the episode. It was like a big triumphant moment. Like they gave him a big check. It's like, "Hey, you have this. Like, you can use this money." They asked the grandpa. They said, "What are you going to do with your share of your money?" And he went, "Buy about 40 acres of land and something called a Porsche." He had no idea what it was, but he knew it was good.
He was buying it.
But we'll do a couple more.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do 5 more.
5 more? Okay.
Unless they get long, then 3.
Would you... That's very specific. I like the way you think. Would you rather speak all languages or be able to speak to all animals? I take animals, dude. I would absolutely take animals. That's something I've dreamed of since I was a kid.
Why? So you could go in the fucking ocean and not have to worry about it?
You know what? Yes. Now that I was just thinking about being able to talk to Willow. Like that would be awesome. Or talk to Thor, or talk to,
honestly,
a squirrel that I see, like, "Hello, little buddy." And then he responds and he's like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah, I get that, but I honestly think all languages.
No, they're both cool. But
that's a tough one.
Because every human on the planet has the ability to communicate in every single language. Communicating with animals is impossible. Like in the dialect of our language, like you can communicate like, hey, I'm angry, or hey, I love you, or hey, come here, or hey, here's a treat, or whatever.
That's true,
like,
because I can scream I love you at Thor and he thinks I'm mad at him.
Right. It's like if he were to actually understand what you're saying, like that to me, that's what makes that more valuable. Is that you can like
they do understand certain things. I mean, dogs per se, not necessarily all animals, but they do understand certain things.
Right.
Like just like that whole joke with Bert Kreischer, where he's like, I bought a German Shepherd or whatever it was. He's like, it doesn't speak English. Didn't know that existed.
Oh yeah,
but it's the truth. When I say the word sit and wait to Thor, that's different in German.
Yeah, he knows that this. Oh, Daddy needs me to sit, or like, hey, it's food time, or whatever.
Just because he doesn't know what I'm saying, but the way that the words are said, he understands that that's the command. So that is very interesting. I still think I would go with languages though.
Would you rather skinny dip with your classmate or with a stranger?
Stranger.
If I was in that point in my life, absolutely. I would, because that's something new and that's something different. You know, it's like there's something to. I mean, I'm not trying to be that way, but it's like there's like you've never seen this person
exactly,
you can
and that's
experience it.
You're both being vulnerable at the same time, and you don't know each other, so like you're both in the same boat. Like, yeah.
Would you rather live in an amusement park or a zoo?
Amusement park.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, having access to any of the rides or like, you know, the food all the time, meeting the carnies. I'm going to go on
the fucking Top Thrill Dragster at 3 a.m. on the dot. Like,
let's see here. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
So I'm already the funniest in the room, so clearly the most.
Har fucking hardy har. I'm sorry.
It'd be hard to be the most intelligent, funniest, and the best looking, but I'll take that triple threat all day. I'm already the first two.
So you would choose the funniest?
No, the intelligent.
Okay. That's because you're okay.
I'm already
the funniest. Okay.
And the best looking.
I would choose intelligent.
Really?
I've had a couple of times in my life that I've said things and I have not known where they've come from, and I'm like, well, that was actually kind of profound. And I had somebody look at me and go, "You're wiser beyond your years," and I went, "Well, that's only sometimes," but you know,
that's where I'm at. Not to be funny, but we can do funny. Intelligence is something that I don't have. Honestly, I really don't. I have common sense and like street smarts, but I am not intelligent. I'm by far. So that honestly, I would take the intelligence.
Okay. Would you rather have free Wi-Fi wherever you go or free coffee where and whenever you want?
Coffee, because I have unlimited fucking data.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So
yeah, free coffee.
Stupid question. No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's a very interesting one where it's just kind of like, hey, it's like you can either be caffeinated all the time or you can be connected all the time. I
don't need to be connected.
I don't either. No.
I don't need to be connected. You know, and that's something that I think a lot of our generations differ from, even in our own generation. So yeah, coffee, definitely.
All right, we got two more left. Would you rather eat shit that tasted like chocolate or eat chocolate that tasted like shit?
Dude, come on now. Really? If it tastes like chocolate, I'm fucking eating it.
Yeah, I'm, as long as a flavor is good, I'll ingest it. Like I don't give a shit what it is. It was like when we went and got well, I mean, I did for the first time, but when we went to the city with when mom and dad were still together, we were living on Sheldon at that point. It was we went to the city and dad got calamari for everybody. Mm-hmm. I'd never had it before, and he was like, "Yeah, this is your dipping sauce." He's like, "This is a finger food," because I was really young when we went. And it was like at the sports bar, like kind of area. I remember being like in this like half moon kind of thing.
I think we went to Joe's Crab Shack.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's a seafood connoisseur.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
What's up? Lobster, you know, all that stuff. Oh,
he will spend the money on food,
and it's worth it.
For sure.
Is so worth it.
Absolutely.
But essentially, he looked at me and he's like, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "No." I'm like, what is it? And he's like,
I remember this.
He's like, "It's squid."
Do you know who we were with?
No.
We were with the cousins from Chicago.
Oh, really?
I remember this. Yeah, keep going.
No, but I mean, that was basically what it came down to, or what it comes down to is that it's like, I will pretty much eat anything if it tastes good. but in the same hand too, is that it's like
you didn't know what it was.
No, see, if someone were to look at me and say, "Hey, this is haggis," my first question would be, is it prepared properly?
Yeah.
And what seasonings are on it? If it's bland, no, I'm like, that's with any meat, let alone something that's shoved inside of a stomach or like whatever, But no, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with trying new things, and I
will try,
even if it's
things,
off color, or what's the word I'm looking for, unorthodox or like whatever, the case. I'm all right with that.
So yeah, no, I get it. That makes sense. I'm the same way.
Chocolate flavored shit. Yep. That's what we would go with.
Yes.
All right, last one. Would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or the neck down? I know exactly what I would choose with this.
Neck up.
I would choose neck down.
I figured.
Absolutely, because I know how my beard is. I want to know how my body changes. So it's like my face is pretty much already taken care of. I got my beard, I got my my thing, but it's like my body has changed a lot.
It has
throughout my entire life. It's like with like, because some
people
are just
wait. That's what I was saying, is I'd rather have the I'd rather look 10 years younger on my body. That's what I was saying.
Would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or the neck down? 10 years older, not 10 years younger.
Oh, so yeah, 10 years older from the neck up, because I want to look older. Like, right. That's what I'm saying. My body would be younger.
Yeah, and it's because I remember looking at pictures of myself and like from back like at my wedding and like different stuff like that, and I had somebody even tell me, they were like, dude, like you were ripped.
Hold on, real quick. Is that Lindsey Sterling?
That is Lindsey Sterling with Jason Stallworth, or not Jason Stallworth, Jason Richardson. Jason Stallworth's another.
Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. She is fucking amazing.
If you have not looked up Lindsey Sterling doing violin, she is one of the most just impressive technical players that's ever existed on this planet, and she's playing with one of the most technical guitarists now.
I'm gonna have to actually watch this tonight.
We'll throw this on after we're done here. Yeah.
God, she is so easy on the eyes. Number one, she's a beautiful woman.
The arena.
And her musical talent is next level. Yeah. But anyways, sorry guys, it was just yes.
This is why Lindsey I like having stuff on there.
Yeah, Lindsey Sterling. And again, if you guys do see me looking, it's not that again. I don't think he's being interesting. Something's catching my eye. Mm-hmm. But so that's what I would pick. But yeah.
Well, this has been an absolute episode.
What was the last one?
The last one was, would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or neck down?
So, question for you. We did it earlier. Let's throw it on here. Would you rather pour bleach in both your eyes or chop off your pinky toe?
Pinky toe.
Me too.
We talked about the idea of being able to see the beautiful woman figure.
I said tits. I want to be able to see titties. Tits and gines.
There's that gine again. No, but it's
butts.
Ass and titties.
And food.
And
can't stress that. Just
movies, anything. Just
naked chicks on food.
I think you said earlier spaghetti. You're like having her
just
jump on spaghetti.
Roll them around in spaghetti and yeah, like it's cool. Like,
is there such a thing as spaghetti wrestling? I know there's Jello wrestling,
probably,
but is there,
dude.
I mean, somewhere.
And if not, copywritten.
We're claiming it right now.
We're gonna do it. Sorry to your wife. She's just going to have to deal with being a millionaire after this happens. Oh, how did you become a millionaire? Well, my husband and his brother do, naked female spaghetti wrestling as she sits there and lifts up her giant rock and is drinking her fucking martini.
You understand that I did not agree to this.
Already agreed.
You did.
Oh,
I did.
No, what I'm saying is
you would, or I would.
What I'm saying is that if it happens, she's not gonna care.
We're gonna be so rich.
Just agree.
Listen to me. We can change the fucking world here.
Listen to me, guys. Naked spaghetti wrestling. So, anyways.
All right. Well, hey, I
need water. I need alcoholic water.
I'm thinking about naked spaghetti wrestling, and I'm kind of open to the idea. Now, it was just one of those things where it's that Robin Williams, like, could be fun. So, but nevertheless, though, appreciate everybody listening up to this point. Again, if you've not followed us on Spotify, make sure you do so. And if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube and you've been listening this long, you fucking subscribe. Like you're this far.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
But nevertheless, though, we appreciate everybody listening and everybody that supports us either on Patreon or likes this video or anything to that effect. We appreciate every single one of you, no matter what your contribution is, if it's a view, if it's a like, if it's a subscription, or if it's a donation. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.
And thank you to everybody for putting in a submission here tonight with all of this, because this was really fun.
Yeah,
really fun. People that we know, people that we don't know. Like, this was really cool. I got emotional for a second. Like, this was a fucking roller coaster here.
This is going to be a good one. So this is the stuff I enjoy listening back to, because I'm like, wow, we talked about that. Like, that's crazy.
That I do that too. And like, I know that me and you are both of you usually. But I do. I mean, I'm conceited. I want to know what we look like and sound like. So,
well, I mean, there's no other way to be able to progress and know how to change things unless if you experience it.
Yes.
So,
I'm always worried about my nose.
No, trust me. Your nose,
it always pokes out. Like, it's like
nobody,
this whole, like, little thing.
Nobody is paying attention to your nose. I promise you.
Well, my wiener's not up here, so what are they paying attention to?
Your face, not just your nose. It's a whole package. Look at you. See, you've had a Mentos smile since you were 14. Get over yourself. But
the fresh maker.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna go drain my bladder. So you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your guys' night, afternoon, morning, whatever, however you're listening to this. We appreciate.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta piss and get beer.
Yeah. Water. We're getting water. I'm gonna end you. I swear to God.